Now, Jonathan, you know why we called you in here today, right, for this board meeting. We need to talk about, son, the fact that you've been rebellious at Daystar, okay? What you're doing, son, let me tell you, what you're doing is that you are causing a power struggle within Jonah organization. We should all be fortunate, son, to work for the voice of God. But Jonathan, you see, this hurts me, son. You know why it hurts me, son? Because I love you. I love you, Jonathan, as if you my own son. I was there, Jonathan. I was there the day you were born. And Jonathan, I gotta be honest with you, son. There were times I wished I was your daddy. I know Mark is my good friend, but Jonathan, I felt a connection to you, son. I knew, Jonathan, that there was something special in you, boy. You had the ability. I saw it, son. Can I tell you a story, Jonathan? You're being rebellious. Don't get you still being rebellious. And as your daddy, I mean, as your, as a father figure to you, I need to be able to point out correction, son. See, the Lord told me, son, you got a spirit of Ahab on you, boy. Ahab was a wicked ruler, son. You don't want that on you. Because I know the real Jonathan. I know the real Jonathan could be submissive. He will submit to authority, to those who are in higher spiritual positions than you are, son. You don't never preach the message, boy. Listen to what your mother said. With Jimmy Evan, she said, you ain't never preached no message. You ain't got no degree, son. I mean, I think you do got. Don't tell your mama. Don't tell your mama that, okay? But Jonathan, I gotta tell you something, son. I was there the day you were born. I was over there. Your mama had just brought you into this world, and I look over at her, I look at Marcus, and I said, can I hold him? Can I hold Jonathan? They looked at me kind of funny, I will admit, at first, but they finally relented. They said, all right, Tom. All right, Tom, we love you. And we know that you're gonna be a good spiritual father figure to our boy. So I said, all right. And I was in tears, Jonathan. I was crying for you, son. And I held my arms out like this. And your daddy placed you in my arms. And I held you, Jonathan, for like 2 minutes. And I knew you were destined for greatness. You're going to be the leader one day at Daystar. One day. Only if you would submit to your mama. Only submit to what Joni wants for you, boy. So, Jonathan, this hurts me, son. It really do. Do. It hurt me, son. That I got to be in a position right now to have you in this office and tell you that you need to make a decision, boy. Are you going to continue on with Daystar? Are you going to sign the NDA? Sign it. Jesus would sign it right here, too. Do. You got to sign it, boy. Because if you don't, then we're going to have to take you off the board. I don't want to do that, Jonathan. Jonathan, I see greatness in you. But the thought right now, son, of you leading us, it terrified me. And I'm a good old boy. I ain't scared of much, except for your mama. But don't tell her that. Wait, Jonathan, what are you saying? Jonathan, look at me. What? Wait, what? The trip that you and Susie took to my house. What about? That I did what? I did agree with you on the marriage not being biblical to Doug. What, Jonathan, don't say nothing. Jonathan, your mama right over there. I already done got in trouble for that, boy. Joni, I'm sorry. Joni, look, okay. Look, here's the thing, Jonathan. Look, I know. Look, I know I told you. I said, I know, I get it. I said that the marriage with her and Doug was not right. But then your mama, Jonathan, I love you. Jonathan, your mama called me up that night, boy. The night that after you and Susie left, you went back home. And she said, Tom, My boy over there. And I said, yes, ma'am, he was. And she said, what y'all doing over? What y'all do? What did he talk to you about? And I said, Joni, we just have a little barbecue, that's all. And we have some cookies and we have some good old, we just having a good old time. Just having some fellowship with my son, Jonathan. I mean your son Jonathan. And she said, Tom, I know you're lying. I'm the voice of God. And I said, all right, Joni, I'm sorry. I confess. I told the boy that I agreed with him on the marriage not being right with you and Doug. But then she said, Tom, you better get in line with this marriage or I'm going to have Doug come see you. And I don't want that, Jonathan. I don't want Doug to come see me. I didn't want that. Jonathan, I love you. But I didn't love you enough to stand by your side because I'm scared of your mama. She gonna come. I don't want Doug to come after me, boy. So I had to retract on that. But that's all right because I'm older than you. I'm wiser than you. I got more spiritual knowledge than you do, boy. So Jonathan, please look. I stayed up all throughout the night with my daughter. I had John Lynch help me. I had Ana Torres help me. We said we got to come up with this NDA for Daystar. And yeah, I say Daystar. I don't like to put the R in the end because that's how I talk. I said Daystar. That's how we say it. Jonathan, I'll give you my favorite pen, son. I'll give you, Jonathan. Oh, hang on, Jonathan. I got the keys, Jonathan, to the kingdom. Please, I'll give them to you, son. Just sign the NDA, please, because if you don't, your mama gonna be mad at me, son. She already mad at me, boy. I can't. If I do one more thing wrong, she gonna done kick me off the board, son. You don't want that, Jonathan. I don't want that. I love you. Please, Jonathan. Wait, why are you shaking your head? Knowing me, son, you gonna sign the NDA. I'll tell you what, I'll give you 24 hours to think about it. But Jonathan, son, look, I'm trying not to cry. Remember, when you go home, you talk with Susan. And just remember, Jonathan, remember, I held you. I held you, Jonathan. You were such a good boy. I don't want to have to do this, Jonathan. I can't be a Daystar without you because your mama scared me, son. I need you here, Jonathan, please. So take the time you need in the next day. Jonathan, please, son. I'm telling you, please sign the NDA. You can have the pen. You can have my favorite pen. Son, I'll give you my office even. It got a nice view, Jonathan. It's got a nice view of the parking lot, son. You can keep a better eye on that one fella there that was putting them tracking devices on your vehicle, boy. Was it Shannon Kelly? I never liked the dude either. Something about him. But Jonathan, look, the tracking devices is all right. Okay, I got one. It's a company. Sorry, Joni. So Joni, stop. Joni looking at me funny, boy. I can't do it. All right. I only got one other thing to say. Jonathan, you're excused. You can go. I love you, Jonathan. Y'all make sure though you subscribe to my favorite YouTube channel, Not by Sight News. He do a great job. He a good dude. He a funny guy. So you make sure y'all sub to him. Give his video a like, share it as well. And if you really feel like it, you can also donate to him. He got some donation links down there in the description. And I just love Not by. I love you, Not by Sight News. I love you just like I love Jonathan. So until next time, this has been Tom Calendar. And I'll go out with this. I love Jonathan Lamb. I love you, son. Please sign the NDA. Do.